Oh, okay. Sorry. Tim, you can't say that. That's really racist. Slade,
Sorry.
what was your intro?
Going down the game club, gonna have myself a time. Friendly host every week, humble reviews without any bias. Going down the game club, gonna leave my threes behind. Ample episodes day or night, host spouting, hello listener. Heading up to game club, gonna see if I can't unwind. I like games with deep art direction, I like games with great stories. So come on down the game club, meet some friends of mine. Welcome back, Joey. How do you like that?
I don't know what that's from, Slade.
You don't know?
I'm only joking. No, that was really good. I really liked it. Thank you.
Big fan.
I was like
drunk
that.
watching South Park one night, and I wrote that. And when I read it sober, I was like, "That's actually kind of funny."
I'd like something like that every single episode, if that's okay.
Never.
No? Okay, cool. Oh, it's good to be back. I missed
Welcome
you
back, Joey.
dearly.
Welcome back.
Did you
Thank
miss
you.
us?
I did, yeah, and I really enjoyed listening to the episodes as well. I don't know how I felt about the insinuation that I was being replaced by the Northern Boy. But, you know, good episodes, really enjoyed it. Couple of contentious scores. Don't know about that without bias in Slade's intro. But, yeah, I actually had something I wanted to share with you both at the start of this episode.
What's that?
Go on, man.
I was thinking about my return.
He's quitting.
I'm not quitting.
The Northern Boy is taking its place.
I had to. I wrote down some words about how I felt coming back, and then I tried reading them, and I couldn't do it because I got so emotional. So I asked a friend of mine to read them for me. So I'm just going to play you this.
Hello, Slade. It's me again. Santa. Joey got in touch with me and wanted me to pass on a message to you.
He missed you dearly when he was on his break. He missed your touch, your kiss.
He longed to speak to you about video games every night. Don't ever let him go again, Slade. Don't ever make him long for you again like this. Anyway, being Santa means that I am very busy. Or some shit. Joey, don't make me say any of this stuff again. You prick.
There you go. So Santa said it all for me. I didn't think I could bring myself to say.
I cried at that intro.
Good.
I'm so emotional right now.
Slade, anything to give back to me on that?
Now, Tim, did you also come with the special intro, or is it just Joey and I?
I mean, I was thinking that this is the last recording thing I'm doing in my current place of living, so it probably sounds a little bit echoey in here.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to do a poem to say bye to your flat?
And
if not, come up with one now.
I'm going to go on ChatGPT right now.
How do you feel about that, Slade? The fourth host is actually AI.
It's Will I Am's podcast.
I mean, we could just about replace Joey with AI at this point.
Hey, you, buddy.
AI, write a poem about me moving out of a shitty, mouldy flat.
Will you be pleased, Slade, that I've got something for the postamble as well? There's no jingles, nothing like that. But I've
I
got
don't
something
believe you.
for you.
It's written about 10 verses, all in limericks.
Come on then, read it
All right.
to us.
Go ahead. You're British. You have to do it in Limerick.
That's
And
Irish.
do it in an Irish accent, please.
Same thing.
In a realm of musty walls where mold did bloom, I embarked on a journey escaping the gloom. A chapter closing, a new one to begin, leaving the mold, the decay, the din. The walls whispered tales of damp despair. In a mouldy flat, life felt threadbare. But courage surged, a decision made to bid farewell to this mouldy cave. Boxes stood witness as memories packed, and in the corners of the mould, courage was stacked. The aroma of fresh lingered near as I closed the door on this mouldy veneer. I don't want to read the rest; it's really long and boring.
You really focused in on the mold thing, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. The wonders of AI.
When I went to your flat, it wasn't that mouldy, Tim. I didn't see any mould, I don't think.
Well, we dismantled the wardrobe and moved the ottoman away from the living room wall and found mold on the living room wall. We've always known about the mold in the in the one bedroom corner, but didn't realize how bad it was behind the wardrobe. And we've had the council in, and they've been able to determine that it's not us; it is the condition of the building. So
Is it rising damp or falling damp?
it's neither. It's penetrating damp because we are a seafront property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slade, what would you recommend to fix penetrating damp?
Wear a condom.
I'm not gonna say anything funnier than that. Good job, Tim. Good job, bud. Hey,
I've been living with it for at least a year.
the condom or the damp?
First one, then the other. Good. Speaking of damp, should we get on with the episode?
Oh yeah, great segue, Tim.
Thank you.
Excellent segue. This episode of the Game Club Pod contains spoilers for Dredge.
Dredgy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Game Club Pod. My name is Slade. You can find me at all things at Slade Plays Games, except Instagram. That's Slade's Life. I'm joined by Joey. He's back. Everybody,
He's back.
Joey.
There he is.
There he is. It's Joey.
He's back, boys.
Look at Joey.
Photos.
Look at Joey.
Don't
And then
look at me.
I'm also joined by Tim, who doesn't have a t-shirt on for once, and I'm astonished.
The rest of my clothes are packed away. This is just one of the shirts I've got left out.
That's the only shirt Tim has for the next 9
next,
days.
the next few days.
What is the shirt, Tim?
It's a band called Air 11. It's one of their tour shirts. We saw them on the on one of their album anniversary tours last year.
Cool.
Good band. Good band.
Cool.
Looks like a nice t-shirt.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a little anime eye.
I
Joe,
feel
you might know them. They did the Yogscast theme. That's how they got their start.
I haven't listened to the Yogscast since I was about 14.
Yeah. But you know the theme, the guitar theme.
Nah, I can't remember it. Tim, what are you wearing for trousers?
Sweatpants.
Oh, cool.
What about for shoes?
Nothing right now, but I've got some Crocs in the other room.
Can I show you my slippers that I often wear when we record?
Absolutely.
I'm not wearing them now, so I can show them. I'll only show you one, but they are the same.
They're bluey slippers.
That's the dad. That's Bandit.
Ah.
Is like one foot the dad, one's the mom.
Nah, they're both the dad, but Jenny has the mum, and Jack has Bingo, which is the sister.
Oh, there you go.
No one has Bluey.
How much airtime do you think Bluey gets on our podcast?
Not a sponsor.
Not
Game Club
sponsored.
Pod, sponsored by Bluey. That'd be
I'm
really
sure-
funny.
I'm sure they wouldn't want our ramblings and drivel endorsing their show.
Especially after you said the live show was terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Slade, go in with a question, please.
With the question, guys, we're a couple of months in to 2024. Is there anything on this year that you've seen so far that really piques your interest?
That is a great question.
Hopefully, Elden Ring DLC.
The problem is with Elden Ring DLC is I put 130 hours into Elden Ring,
What?
and I haven't touched it since.
What did I see about Elden Ring? Apparently, FromSoft has acquired the trademark from Bandai for Elden Ring. Yeah.
That's kind of a big move.
But the problem is, I think I'd need to play it again to be good enough to play the DLC, because FromSoft DLCs are typically much harder than the main game.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember going into the Old Hunters DLC for the first time thinking, yeah, I've done a run of Bloodborne, this will be fine. I just got my shit pushed in.
Well, the first boss in that is the best FromSoft boss in any game.
Oh, yeah.
And Slade, you didn't get to that. We made sure that you didn't do the DLC on your Bloodborne playthrough because it would have taken too long. But it's by far the best. I think for my 2024 thing to look forward to, I'm still looking forward to Silent Hill 2 remake. I mean, the thing from 2024 that I'm enjoying the most so far is Power World. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It has no right to be so fun.
I saw a tweet from one of the developers being like, we didn't expect the game to reach 50,000 players, let alone the millions it's had.
Yeah. Before it got shut down by Pokemon. Slade, what about you?
The more that I see about Judas, the little snippets we get here and there, the more excited I am. I'm excited to see what Ken Levine can do for essentially, I guess, a BioShock spiritual sequel. It's definitely in the art style. It definitely has some of the vibes. I don't want to say too much that it is, it's just I don't want to use the term BioShock clone too early, but we'll see.
It does look an awful lot like BioShock again,
But
though.
I don't know what you expect it to
No, I
look.
know,
You
but,
know,
like-
yeah.
Well, I know that's how it's gonna, like, you're gonna sell copies if people say, "Oh, it's all Bioshock, it's Bioshock," but they went really hard on the.
But BioShock still looks tremendous. We played Infinite. We played
Yeah.
the first one a while back. It still looks tremendous.
It just
not
kind
a-
of feels
It's
like
not a bad style to shoot with. I'd also say it slightly looks like We Happy Few. I don't know if y'all played that.
yeah.
I played a bit of it. I found that the. I know this isn't a We Happy Few review. I found that the what's it called when they have roguelike and it generates itself?
Procedurally generated.
The procedural generation was all over the place with We Happy Few. I found it
Yeah.
really frustrating.
But I found myself watching the Judas trailer, and I just kept on thinking that Ken Levine was just like, "We have BioShock at home," and it's like, "This is what BioShock at home is."
We'll see. I hope it has some, psychological messery in the way of finding out Booker DeWitt is Elizabeth's father, or the whole "Would you kindly?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they should stay away from it and make it its own goddamn thing.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying I hope it has that kind of mental twist at the end of whatever it is.
I just
But
remember
you'll
the
be
game I'm
looking for
excited
that.
for.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Dragon Ball sparkling water.
Dragon Ball Sparkling Mold.
No, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It's a new Dragon Ball Tenkaichi game, and I love those things.
What's a Tenkaichi?
It's basically a big arena fight with all the Dragon Ball stuff.
An arena fighter.
Yeah, kind of like
What's
Jump
that?
Force.
What's Jump Force? I'm not being obtuse here. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's basically like a 3D fighter that relies on team structure, and
okay.
there isn't really a big heavy competitive scene. It's just wow, I know that reference for about 8 hours.
I've got you. Sorry, I really didn't realise that. That came across like I was going, "Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?" But you were talking a different language to me. I was interested by that, the Dragon Ball Z Dead by Daylight clone.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball The Breakers.
But no one in the world plays it, so
I play it.
don't put your hands up. We can't play it with 2 of us. That would be shit.
It's actually really fun though, because there are points where you get to level up your player and then just jump the attacker.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Sorry, Slade. We waffled on there for a bit longer than I think you wanted.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. The waffling is what I expected, if I'm honest. So.
Good.
Going back to my poem. No, we should probably talk about Dredge.
Yeah, let's talk about Dredge, developed by Black Salt Games, published by Team 17, who you would know mainly for Worms and Hell Let Loose for some reason. It's on Windows, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbone, and Series X/S. It also plays pretty good on the Steam Deck as well, by the way, to go ahead and spoil that. Little yeah, thank you guys. Glad we're back with it. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I just lost my entire train of thought. Let's move into scores and things.
Scores? We're a
As
bit
in from
premature
Metacritic.
on that.
Yeah, Metacritic about an 8 out of 10 across the board. Destructoid gave it a 6 out of 10. GameSpot 7. IGN 8 out of 10. It looks like it's mostly getting 8 or 7 across the board without listing everybody. It's been nominated for a bunch of things, including Best Game on Steam Deck at the for the 2024 Game Awards, which aren't out yet, but that's an early nomination, I guess.
Nice.
Let's talk about a gameplay. You take control of a little ship, a dredging vessel technically, but not really. It's a fishing boat. And you catch fish, you find random junk a lot, and as you go through, there's a Leviathan creature thingy going on in the background for kind of a horror story element that's running. You were looking for certain items for the collector, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't finish the game. If I'm honest with you,
Dun, 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 neither.
I'm gonna have a new rule for 2024, and I'll get into it. But I'm gonna start with y'all's thoughts because I think y'all had a better time with the game than I did. So let's start with Joey since he's fresh back in.
I liked this game. I finished this game. It was fun. The art style was lovely to look at. The daytime was fun to be a fisherman, and manage a briefcase for the 9 hours it took me to complete. I thought the world itself was interesting. I thought that the characters that you met along the way were fun and different. I did think that the world was quite hard to navigate, but I think that was intentional because you're meant to do it with like a map and no compass. And yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
Well, there is a compass on the screen.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I just utilized it really poorly. I thought that the monsters that would attack your boat quite regularly were fun, and I liked at night when there was things like what they call the anglerfish that have the light on top, and they masqueraded as other ships. And if you got near them, they'd turn into angry big fish and fuck your shit up. Yeah, I had a really good time with this game. I do genuinely think that the nighttime was quite scary, not in like a traditional "oh, I'm being jump scared" kind of way, but I was sort of on edge when I was sailing around at night because there's a mechanic where the longer you don't sleep, the more bad shit happens to you, which I thought was really clever. Yeah, I had a really good time with it.
Tim.
I didn't expect to like this game as much as I did. I found myself really enjoying it, considering I started it on Thursday. But no, I played it on the Steam Deck. I played for about 20 or 30 minutes on my train to work on Thursday and was like, okay, I can see myself getting into this. Yeah, I mean, I had a great, there's a really cool story that's clearly evolving. And again, full disclosure, I haven't finished the game yet, but I absolutely plan on going back to it because it's got my attention. I like mystery games. I like Lovecraftian horror, and there's clearly something a bit Lovecraftian going on here. So I'm looking forward to really getting into the weeds with that. I thought the characters were interesting. I thought the way that it almost teased progression was interesting because it's like, hey, some characters want tiger mackerel. Where can I find tiger mackerel? And you don't really have a clue at the time until you find maybe a researcher, completely optional, on a different island who knows about fish biomes. It felt like a very organic means of discovery and a very organic means of quest saving because you're almost building up this network of people that can help you. And it was cool. It was refreshing, and I had fun with the fishing. It had some cool mechanics to it, like the variants of the almost critical catch, as it were. Where you
they're like rhythm games, aren't they?
A bit, yeah. That was fun. I enjoyed, like Joey said, Briefcase Simulator, alluding to Resident Evil 4.
We should clarify that Briefcase Simulator, for those of you who haven't heard our infamous Resident Evil 4 episode, was the only part of Resident Evil 4 that Slade enjoyed, and that is you get to manage your inventory slots, and every item has a different size and shape, and you can twist it and turn it to play Tetris with your inventory.
Just going cram shit in and not, snap off
you need to add
or whatever.
You need to add an extra layer to that because not only in your inventory are you cramming the fish or whatever, you also have your engine or engines
rods,
for your ship,
nets,
your different rods, your nets, your lights.
Yeah, like you have to navigate it almost around your equipment, which is really cool actually, because when you start getting into what's called the dry dock, which is a whole you can upgrade your ship's individual parts at the shipyard, but the dry dock allows you to add permanent upgrades to your ship. So like a new hull, new cargo, new nets become available by doing different bits of research, and like that granular level of research to me really appealed. And on top of that, it was nice just having this tangible progression of getting a new engine and being like, oh, I am a lot faster. Yeah, I can outrun stuff. Great.
Yeah, but the other thing with the upgrades is I found that you start off in this little area where there's quite a lot of like really common fish that you can settle, but you can see all of these islands on the horizon. But the speed that your boat is when you start, you're like, well, if I try and get out there, I don't know what's out there, and I'll never make it back before night time. So your upgrades allow you to have that confidence in the machine that you're using to make it to another island and find somewhere safe. And I just thought it was really clever the way that it taught you that rather than told you that. It was good.
I also had a very fun moment with the horror side of this, where I was just around on the ocean at one point at night, blowing the foghorn, just going like brr, brr, and then all of a sudden I heard a brr in the distance. I was like, what the fuck was that? I'm assuming it's one of the anglerfish, but I don't know.
It is one of the anglerfish.
Oh, it's so cool. Like a really cool little moment that isn't scripted as such, but like happened very, very organically to me. I like this a lot. Slade, your thoughts?
I think it's a little too slow paced for my liking. I got very bored. I don't think it has a good pick up and play ability, especially for when you're trying to play it on the Steam Deck in between doing things. Because I've always felt like I had to dig through 7 menus to find what I was doing last or who needed what in the objective area.
Mm-hmm.
The upgrade system, the second I saw a crafting tree, massive eye roll. It's way too much to try and get a better ship. I do know it's got 2 endings. I will say on PC, this game ran like poopy. I don't know what it is about it because I have a fairly decent PC build, but if I like alt tabbed out, because this is a good game for like listening to a podcast or watching a show,
Sure.
you know, while you're doing it. But if I like alt tab to like go to next episode or do something else, the game would just crash.
That surprises me. I had no performance issues.
Every single time. It would just crash.
I didn't have one performance issue.
I had 0 performance issues in like both on Steam Deck and PC.
Yeah. But yeah, I just got bored of it. And then, you know, it's like I would find something. I'm like, well, this is going to get buried in with the 90 other objectives that I have at the moment. And I don't really know where to go to do those either. But I've also decided I'm not going to put much effort in the games when I end up looking at the wiki for trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing more than I am playing your game.
I wonder if your playthrough was influenced by the way that we play games because of the podcast, because I have had this game for a while now, and I think it was really fun where, yes, you can have that journal, and yes, you can say, I'm doing this task now, and just focus on one task at a time, and I'm not saying that's what you did, but to keep track of your progress, you do have to go through a journal, or you can just sail out there and everything's organic and you have conversations with people and then you find out like, oh, well, they're connected to that other person that I spoke to. I think.
Yeah, but I have the memory of a goldfish, Joey, is the other half of that. And I have no idea who the hell they're talking about. And then I have to like go back over to the wiki and like, oh, that person.
I didn't find that at all. I always found that it was that I very rarely looked at the journal of what I was supposed to be doing. And I just went out there and spoke to people and caught specific fish and I didn't find that difficult at all.
Yeah, and I only found like 3 items for the collector and like nothing else for them. And there were times I would just go up.
The collector, he's a dickhead.
Well, that's part of completing the story.
That's how you complete the game.
I know, but he's a dickhead, and I wouldn't go out of my way for him. But just to go back to the questing, I would use the journal because I was doing the pick up and play thing a lot on the Steam Deck. I only played 1 session on PC for this. But I found by effectively closing the game, and I know it's a real habit from when I used to play Pokemon on handhelds of like saving in the Pokemon Center, but closing out your game on the journal screen was a really good way for me to pick up the game again and be like, okay, I was doing this.
Fair enough.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. Yeah. Cool. What else is there to talk about? Art direction, very cool, low poly kind of thing.
Yeah, I do like the art style of it.
It does
look very, it's unique. It's got a great art direction.
I also loved at night the strength of your lights actually meant something. It wasn't like, oh, well, it's dim and you can see outlines. If you had bad lights on your ship, you could see nothing at night. Yeah. And that was bad because if you hit something...
Oh, your ship was made of paper. Like, if you hit something, you would...
apart.
Yeah.
There was a point where I caught a fish and then I found out that it had some bacteria on it. And that fish infected and killed every single thing I'd spent about an hour catching.
Yeah. Did you have a message something slithers in your cargo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that as well.
There's also times if you stay out too late, you can get like, I got attacked by bats at one point in my playthrough and they stole all my fish. Not only they stole my fish and a bag of doubloons that I had found, which I needed that money because my ship was falling apart.
Well, there you go. Don't trust the bats.
Yep.
That's what Batman's out there really doing.
Yeah. I also really like the fact that because there's essentially 5 clusters of islands in this game. There's the central one, which is Little Marrow and Greater Marrow, and then there's the different island clusters in the northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. Kind of sectors of the map. There's like areas called like the Devil's Spine. There's the Galing Cliffs, that sort of thing. But each of them has their own little story going on as well that you can do entirely within that.
Yeah, my favourite one was the town where the rocks had fallen. Have you got that far? The town where the rocks have fallen and destroyed the town, and there's a guy whose brother still lives in the ruins, and you have to get dynamite to get in and get his brother out. I thought that was fun and charming, and yeah, it was nice, and there was lots of monsters there, which helped. Yeah, good fun.
It was cool. I really liked it.
Slade, are you going to do a story for us?
I can if you would like to.
I would love you to.
I might come at the idea.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I love coming to conclusions.
Yeah. That caught me so off guard.
My neighbors are going to be glad to see me gone.
Yeah.
They'll probably take a big load off.
Hey, get a load of this guy.
Thank you. You're basically a fisherman in the coastal town of Greater Maros, situated on a archipelago. That word. I'm just looking at the wiki, to be honest with you.
Don't tell him, Tim. Let him muddle through this.
Yep. To take up a job offer as the town's local angler, the job is normal enough, and the fisherman soon begins to notice a strange phenomenon, especially at night when you encounter strange mists, rocks that suddenly appear out of nowhere, ghost ships, hostile water life, sea monsters, and the feeling of being watched.
Spooky.
Yep.
Very spooky.
You also find there's like I don't know. That's really it, though, if I'm honest with you. I don't know the whole
main
story. Yeah.
But like the whole...
I have the two endings.
I did both endings because I did a save just before.
Oh, is it one of these ones where there's like a choice you have to make right before the...
No, it's not. To get the good ending, you need to do something really convoluted. And I don't know whether I want to tell Tim the ending, or we can do a game club pod first and leave it open so that Tim gets the full impact of the ending.
We'll put the ending on our Patreon.
For just $69 a month, you can hear the ending of Dredge.
A game that you can play yourself.
For much less than $69.
Right. Any highlights of the game, gang? Any shining lights?
The whole vibe of the game, I think, is a highlight. I think that if you saw a screenshot of Dredge, you would know it was Dredge. It felt bleak. It felt isolating. And I just thought the whole thing felt like a lot of love and care was put into it.
Yeah. I kind of agree with Joey. You know, its theming is good. Art direction, good. That'd be about all I have for highlights.
I like the organic exploration and development in the plot, and even making your own story sometimes.
I like game.
Video game, good.
I know that it's a really little thing, but when we were playing it, between my first playthrough and I got this when it came out, and then I picked it up again probably 3 weeks ago to finish it, and that's a big gap. And there have been a lot of updates since then. And when I first got the game, the world felt a little bit empty.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like one of the quality of life improvements that they did was when you're going from your central island to one of the clusters of islands that Tim spoke about, they made like animals that you can't catch because they're too big. But they didn't feel like they were just set pieces that ran past you. There was one instance where I was going past and these killer whales were chasing something past me. But what I noticed is when they got near the surface, it affected the water physics. So my boat rippled up and down and it felt like I was part of it. It was very, very cool. I think there was a lot of attention to detail put into this.
I had one where I was sailing from Devil's Spine back to the Central Islands, and I came across a blue whale in the water. It didn't impact the surface of the water, but I just noticed, I was like, the water looks really different here. So I looked down and just saw like the dorsal fin of this blue whale. And I just stopped and watched it go by me. It was kind of awesome to look at.
Did you go, ooh?
I went, ooh, like a whale trying to speak to it.
Slade regrets me coming back.
Just a little bit.
Cool. Who wants to talk about what?
I'm good. We can move on the scores if you want to.
Nice one, Tim.
Thank you. English, do my first speak.
That was funnier because you started saying something and then didn't realise what you were saying until you got to the end word and had no idea what to say then. Me fail English? That's impossible.
It was the runaway train of verbatim.
Sorry, Slade, I interrupted you.
Oh, good. Would y'all like to move on to scores, or do you have anything
yeah.
else?
Yeah.
Joey, since you're back now, give us a number.
I'd like 7.5 out of 10, baby.
7.5.
Good time, good game, recommend, do a good fish. I should say it's only 2 gig in size, the whole game. Takes up no space on your hard drive. The price is, I don't know what it is in America. It's probably $25 American, but $21.99 here.
It's about 25, yeah.
Wait for it on sale. I don't think it's a very long game for that price, but yeah, I recommend it. Really, really enjoyed it.
Tim.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It seems to be that some of my childhood favourite developers are now getting involved in C games. So I'm a big fan of that. Looking at you, Rare with Sea of Thieves, and now Team 17 with this.
And Ubisoft with the first ever quadruple A game.
Yeah, oh my god, that.
Have you not heard that? So we'll talk about it in the preamble of the next one.
Yeah.
You can wait 2 weeks.
Is that what the Skull and Bones thing is that I keep seeing? I have no idea what that is.
We'll talk about it in 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
You can wait for that, listener.
Okay. And I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10. I don't think I'd recommend it. And I didn't have the best time with it. There's some stuff I like, but there's too much that'll keep me from going back and finishing it.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Slade, this is your game. Did you give your game a poor score?
I did.
Oh my god, Tim, what's that outside? It's a meteor coming to blow up the Earth. The world is ending.
And that gives it a 6.1 out of 10 with 2 recommends and 1 not recommend.
That's quite sad. I think it's better than 6.1.
Well, yeah, you gave it a 7.5. Of course, it's better than 6.1.
I think it's 1.4 better than 6.1, personally.
All right, cool. Well, we should wrap it up there. What are we playing next week, gang?
Hey, guys, it's my game. I've come in and immediately stole the f***ing show. We're playing Buckshot Roulette, so looking forward to that one.
So spooky.
No, Buckshot Roulette.
What's Slade doing, Tim?
In between this next episode and the next episode, Slade is getting on a little sailing ship and running errands around 5 clusters of islands.
Whilst inserting a screwdriver into his urethra. See you in 2 weeks, people.
Yep. Why do you agree to this?
It's things that are more interesting than Dredge. All right, see y'all in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Or in the post-amble in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Also that.
Amble. It wouldn't be... What the hell just happened?
I went to scratch my ear, and that involved lifting this, and I just snapped it against my head. This being one of my headphone cups.
Great for the audio listeners. So I have a blind tier list for you both.
Oh no! All right.
Hooray! I got a pen.
Okay. Actually, I'll give you a choice. I've got 2 because peek behind the curtain. We're going back to back on these recordings. So I have a blind tier list for your next post-amble as well.
Alrighty.
Slade, do you want blind tier list 1 or blind tier list 2?
Let's start in order. I'll take number 1, please.
Fab. Video game heroes.
Okay.
What does that mean?
The best heroes of video games.
Like the main character, or
it depends. You're sometimes the villain in a video game.
Yeah,
Let's not
not
forget.
often.
Not often, but they're not included in this list, Slade, because it's heroes.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Slade's hentai started playing. So, number 1. So there's 10 of them. For anyone who hasn't heard our blind tier list before, Slade and Tim have to rank these heroes, order 1 being the best, 10 being the worst, but they don't know what the next ones are. So when I give them answer number 1, they have to decide on a sliding scale of 1 to 10 how much they like them, and then for each one, that one is taken. Did that make sense?
It does. Yep. I'm just gonna keep a note on here.
Slade's keeping
I got
notes.
pen and paper. Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so number 1, hero, Pac-Man.
10.
Yeah, like 9, 10.
You want to say 9? We'll save 10.
Yes, I think that's.
Are we going to do this again? Are we going to have 1 and 10 as our last ones?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's us. What else do you expect?
Cool. Number 2, Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
Like a 6.
I'm gonna go with Tim. I've never played Uncharted.
It's pretty good. He's like a charming, cocky, generic.
Hold
hero.
on. You might not have played Uncharted, but you have seen the film.
I know, and the movie was awful, so...
I'm going purely by video game.
Sorry, where's Nathan Drake?
Number 6, baby.
Okay, number 3, Samus Aran.
Yeah, Samus is okay. Pretty good.
4 or 5?
From the Metroid series, for those of you who don't know.
Yes, I'd say about a 4 or 5. I'd normally go with like a little bit higher, but if you've played other M, you'll know Samus lacks all agency and basically has to ask permission for everything.
So let's say 4.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Cool. Lara Croft.
Do we give her a 1 for titties?
From Tomb Raider, for those of you who don't know.
I'm gonna go for a 3.
Slade, can you do the noise?
3. Like, she's more of like a hero by circumstance. Like, yes, she went out to be like this explorer or whatever, but then it's almost like she just kind of fell into the adventure.
Okay. So that's 4 down. Slades, what numbers have we got available?
1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 10.
Good spread. Mario.
He doesn't have any sort of personality up until maybe SM64.
Also, he's arguably the villain.
No,
Are we doing the whole he breaks the blocks and the mushroom people have been turned into blocks thing?
Yeah, I don't know. He's blank. Let's say a 7.
Yeah.
You guys are going through this quicker than I thought you would.
Well, you picked a bunch of lame people is the problem so far.
Okay, cool. Number 6 is Sonic.
At least he has personality. 1, 2, 5, 8, 10. I say 5.
I think 5's good.
At least he has a personality.
So sorry, you want to leave 1, 2, 8, and 10.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Number 7, Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid Rising.
2.
Who was
Easy.
Raiden?
The main character from Metal Gear Rising, the one who says, "Doctor, turn off my cringe inhibitors."
I don't. That game has been wiped from my memory. I don't remember any of that.
I love it. He suplexes giant, like, kaiju-esque robots. Put him at 2.
Does he?
Yes, in the first level.
I don't think you played
Well,
that game.
Rules of Nature
I
played.
played the game. I just don't remember nothing of it. It was like a fever dream.
Okay, cool.
He has a robot dog with blue intestines.
So where are we at with
Tim
that?
said
Slade?
2. I don't feel like arguing about it. So Ryan is at
Wow.
number 2.
Ryan.
Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan.
Isn't that his name?
Raiden.
What? Ryan. All right. I'll call him.
Raiden. Let's say Raiden, just for you, Slade.
I've already wrote down Ryan and it's in ink, so I can't
Alright,
erase
fine,
it.
yeah,
All right.
that's fair enough.
Okay. Number 8 is Joel from The Last of Us.
10.
I like Joel.
Well, we can't give him number 1 or number 8, or we have to give him 8 then, because
What's at number 7?
No, you can't
Mario.
move it.
No, I
can't
know
move
we
it.
can't move, but I'm looking to compare.
Mario.
Oh, fuck, he's definitely more interested than Mario. Boy, have we made a mistake.
I don't think so.
Let's put him at number 8. Well, if we're left with 1 and 10 again.
The what's his name again?
Joel.
Joel. What are you left
We have
with?
1 and 10.
As always.
Okay, so what if we have 2 really bad ones?
Well, then I guess FIFA's getting to number 1 again.
There's there's 7 awful ones in here.
Okay, what if they're 2 really good ones?
Well, then we're
What?
ending up with FIFA at number 1 again.
Yeah.
Cool. Number 9 is Gordon Freeman.
10.
Yeah.
He by definition does not have personality.
Would you like to know who number 1 is?
Sure.
Slade, how much did you enjoy Final Fantasy VII?
Not at all.
Cloud is your number 1 game hero of all time.
I mean, I can get behind that, to be honest.
I can't.
Would you like to go through the list?
Please.
Sure. On here we have Cloud, Ryan, Laura, Samus, Sonic, Drake, Mario, Joel, Pac-Man, Gordon Freeman.
Well, are you happy with that list?
I'm very happy with that list, actually. Aside from
guess.
Joel. Joel was definitely too low.
Nah, he's fine.
Well, in that case, this is only...
That is an entire drink. I'll be back in a minute.
Tim just threw his drink in a fit of rage.
Those are those sweatpants he was talking about.
Oh, they're on the drink is on the pants.
And he peed himself beforehand.
Did he really?
Yeah. Of course he didn't.
Do I need to cut that out?
What, that I said he peed himself? Not unless you leave out the bit where I said no, he didn't. So this episode's quite short.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do that out of my other tier list.
Okay.
And we won't have anything for the post-amble of the next.
Still here.
I'm sure you'll find something.
What, in the next 30 seconds between recordings?
Yeah.
Slade, I do prep for this.
No one look at my butt. I can't hear you guys. I'm going to turn off my camera and
Well, Outlaw, we can't watch Tim clean up his mess anymore. What lovely content it was to watch him clean up a mess.
I feel like some of this is getting cut.
It probably is. In this
Because
time, you could use it to figure out another list.
I don't want to do that.
Or write one of those infamous Joey quizzes.
They take really long. I've got an idea. So this episode was a bit shorter than I thought it would be. So, Tim, I've got another tier list.
Oh yeah?
You'll never guess what it is if our last one was heroes.
Sidekicks.
Wrong.
Damn.
It's villains. Villains. The best and the worst villains.
1 through 10, give me it.
1 through 10. Same as before. You ready, guys?
Let's do it.
Number 1, Albert Wesker, Resident Evil.
Oh, I mean,
Who?
Albert, like the villain throughout basically Resident Evil's 1 through 5, possibly 6. I like him, although he's not really in 4.
It irks me how little of the games that we have played you have played far enough in to know who the f***ing villain is.
To be fair, Wesker isn't in 4 or Village.
He is in 4.
He's not?
Oh no, he's not. And we haven't played Village for the pod.
Oh, yeah. Not Village, sorry. Resident Evil 7.
I've played all of
haven't
7.
Played 7. Haven't played
No,
7.
but I'm saying he's not in 7.
We played 2. He's in that.
He is in that.
Who is he in 2?
He is. Is he in 2? Maybe he's not in 2.
Yeah, Joey, you take that back being mad at me. He's
I
not
mean,
been in
what?
any of these
The
games.
fact of the matter is, though, he has the best lines in Resident Evil 5, where he refers to Chris Redfield as a boulder-punching idiot. And the voice actor has a lot of fun with him because he's got a YouTube channel where he just records uploads his outtakes. So there's a point in Resident Evil 5 where he's like, my plan will ensure complete global domination. And he's just like recording things like, it'll ensure complete global penetration.
Does that make a good villain?
I think he does.
Complete global penetration.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
I feel like
I'd
have
win.
just got the subtitle to our title of this episode.
Complete global penetration. I would give him like a 7.
7 or 8.
7.
What's the guy's name?
Albert Wesker.
Albert Wesker.
Albie.
Albie baby. Number 2, Sephiroth.
Oh, I love
Final
Sephiroth.
Fantasy 7.
Are we talking remake specifically, or are we talking classic?
We are talking Sephiroth.
But he's different in the
be-
remake.
Don't be a sweaty little virgin, Tim.
He's
We're
different
talking-
in the remake.
Well, I've never played
7
the
Ways to
remake.
Sunday. He's move on. Give him like a 4.
Give him like a
4.
3. I really like Sephiroth.
Slade, how'd you feel about that?
3 or 4, Tim. I don't
3.
care.
Easy peasy.
Slade's given up with this tier list already. We're only 2 in. Tim, you'll have to explain who this is to Slade. Shao Kahn.
Oh, Shao Kahn, the ruler of Outworld in the Mortal Kombat series.
Feelings on that, Slade?
And same as my feelings on fighting games. So
I like Shao Kahn. His plans aren't exactly thought through, though, so I'll give him like a. What do we give the first one? 7?
yeah.
Give him an 8.
All right, I'm giving Shout an 8.
Bowser.
4. I like Bowser, and then Bowser also gets like some personality in like the Paper Mario games.
He gets personality in a lot of the stuff, but
Yeah,
I just don't know
like,
that it's that of a villain and more of a pest.
nah, I like him. 4.
5?
You've gotten to choose the last like 3 because I don't know who the hell they are. So 4.
But I know who Bowser is.
Well,
Did you
I
hear
wrote
the
it
voice,
in pen, so
the
it's
voice
too
break
late.
in Tim's
I'm very
thing,
tearful. I've still a lot of current and coke this evening.
You spilled a lot of cum and coke. Is that what you said?
Yes.
You don't know my drink choice, sir. I'll have a double sunken Sprite.
Gives a different meaning to a floater, right?
Hey.
Let's move swiftly on. Vas from Far Cry 5.
Oh no, I really like that.
Far Cry 3, sorry. Slade, have you played any video games?
Yeah. I have.
So Vas was that good of a character that when
Is
the voice
he-
actor
Is he
he's-
the guy who does the
definition
of? Yeah. Okay.
He's also in Better Call Saul.
he's in Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
But his audition to be the main villain in Far Cry 3 was so good they made Vas as a character.
I say we give him a 2 because Better Call Saul is excellent.
I've only seen the first season. I need to watch the rest.
Well, I just wrote it in pen, Tim. There's nothing you can do about it. We gave him number 2.
Fine.
You can tell Slade's editing this because he is probably wanting to speedrun this episode.
There's a lot to cut out.
General Shepard.
Oh, like a
Oh,
9.
from Call of Duty? Yeah, he's fine.
I'd put him a 9 on this list because Tim, we got 1, 5, 9, and 10.
We're gonna end up with 1 and 10 again.
I say a 9 or a 10. I don't think Shepard's like that. Like, you know,
Like,
he's not really that
He
great.
shoots you in the face, yeah.
Yeah, but you live.
Amazingly.
Yeah.
Let's go with a 10. Bad villain,
Alright.
dumb plot. As much as I like Modern Warfare 2.
Shepard, number 10.
So what does that leave? 1, 5, and 9?
Yep.
Congratulations, guys. You've not fallen into the same stupid trap you always do.
Hooray.
Number 8, Pyramid Head. Silent Hill series.
I like Pyramid Head's design.
Pyramid Head is without wanting to sway you, he's an excellent villain because he's the culmination of all of the main characters' dark thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, I'm sorry. We have 1, 5, 6, and 9.
Do you? Because I only have 3 left on my list, Slade.
Who's in 6 then?
I don't know. This was
I
your
got-
Well, say,
I got-
what have you got on the list so far?
I have Vass, Sephiroth, Bowser, so that's 2, 3, and 4. And then 7 and 8 is Albert and Shout. And then number 10 is Shepard. I don't have anything in 1,
no, I have
5,
got 4.
6,
I just missed
9.
one off when I was reading. Sorry, Slade.
Okay.
I would be fine giving Pyramid Head like a 6. Like, he's like Joey says, he's an amalgamation of intrusive and dark thoughts.
Sure, he's number 6.
Cool. Andrew Ryan.
Oh, right,
He's kind of a bastard, if we're honest.
No.
5,
Bastard.
What's left?
1, 5, and 9. I don't think he's worth a 9. I think it's
I
a
don't
5.
think it's worth a 9, but I know we
5.
can't move things around, but I really wish I could put him like 8 or something.
Well, he's getting 5.
Fine.
So you've gone 1 and 9, so you have fallen into exactly the same platform as before.
Yeah, let's do it.
Familiar surroundings.
9th on my list, Ganon.
He's
That's
not the best
Legend of
Zelda. He's not the best Zelda villain, but he definitely is like a villain.
Is he worth 9? Or is he worth
No.
1?
Can we find out what the other one is first?
No,
that's
because
not
I
the
think
game.
like the best villain in Zelda is Mask Kid or Skull Kid or whatever his name is from Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
But like traditional bad guy villain is Ganon. I mean, he's also the root of all evil.
That'll do it.
No.
Yeah, 1.
Slade.
Yep.
What number do we have left?
9.
So your second worst villain
Mm-hmm.
is from one of Slade's favourite games, GLaDOS.
Is she really a villain though? I don't think she's
Yes.
a villain.
Yes, she is.
She's actively trying to kill you and every scientist.
That's fine. Okay, so in the list of our favorite villains,
Can we go worst to best?
Sure, we have Shepard, Gladys, Shout, Albert, Triangle Head, Andrew Ryan, Bowser, Sephiroth, Vass, and Ganon.
Slade got 3 of those names right.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell pyramid. If I'm honest, I just wrote triangle instead. Y'all know who I mean.
That's been in one of our podcast recordings recently.
I really hope when Silent Hill 2 comes to PC, you'll play it for the podcast, Slade.
I can't wait to play this Triangle Boy.
That's how you're gonna get me to play it. I already know it.
I mean, the problem is it's a AAA game, so it's going to cost a fortune, and we kind of ruled them out for reasons. But,
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah. Imagine how much quadruple A games would cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. Let's end on a low note.
So glad to be back. I'll see you in another 2 months, people.
All right. I guess goodbye. This is gonna be awkward. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Love you. Mwah.
Mwah.